Hi everyone, I know it's been a while. My stomach's not been feeling really good. My acid reflux has been kicking up this past month, and happens to be on days where I actually have time to make videos. So instead of making videos, I just lay in bed and want to cut out my stomach and esophagus. So, um, yeah, so I thought I'd get a few videos done since it is spring break, and then I have the new term coming up where I won't really have time to make a lot of videos, so yeah. Um, this one's going to be a bit more of a personal one, even though most of my videos are personal. And it came off of Lady Gravedancer's video, and I thought it was very important. And it was the Dear Me, this whole Dear Me thing. Because I am not very good at speaking outwardly about how I am or how I feel, or I know that sounds kind of hard to believe since I talk so much, but to say it out loud and be okay with what I feel. Internally, I know I'm okay with it, but a lot of times I'm scared to death to say things out loud. So I decided to do my own Dear Me, and I just typed it up. It's not in, there's a whole lot more I could go with, but I decided to just stop typing. And there are a few things on here that I've never actually said to anyone, so that's kind of scary, and I'm actually super nervous about this. But I need to do it, and so I wrote it on a Word document, so I'm just going to read from that. So if I'm not looking directly at the camera, what the hell happened here? It's because I am reading. Okay, so here we go. Oop, I need to scroll up. Okay. Dear Me, don't worry, you aren't in trouble. I am just here to give you some advice. Even though this is just your 21-year-old self talking to you, know that know that you will go through a lot. I just spelled that correctly. And there will be a lot more to come, a lot more that I don't know about yet. So, here it goes. The biggest thing that I can tell you about what you should do when you are little is pay attention. Many nice things will be thrown your way, paid for by your parents, swimming lessons, dance lessons, taekwondo lessons, and the like. You will have so much fun doing these activities, but when you come home from these adventures, things may not be so nice. Your father will constantly be away working, and your mother will raise you. Do not, and I repeat, do not listen to a word she says about how or who you should be. You will go through years of self-doubt, self-insecurities, insecurities that I have even now. She will tell you how to dress, what makeup to wear, and stuff of the like. She will tell you what size you should be and how to wear your hair. You need to understand now that she is not saying these things for your sake, but for hers. The sooner that you recognize to live for your own happiness and not for another person's, the better off you'll be. Don't worry about the times that your parents hit you across the face. At the time, you will feel worthless and sit in your room in the dark, crying, trying to figure out what to do with yourself. And I hate to break it to you, but this will go on for many years. But later you will realize that you can learn lessons from these injuries. You can learn lessons from injuries like these. At first, you will tell yourself that you will never want children because you are afraid that you will hurt them and hit them as your parents did to you. But later, when you are around babies and children more often, the more you will yearn to have your own. And then you will learn that the best lesson you can take away from these past pains is to not be anything like your parents. Learn from the hurt you feel. Don't worry about the girls in elementary school and the cliques. There will be a couple that grow up to live extraordinary lives, with the others of transitory, unhappy existences. And when you get to be my age, you will laugh at yourself, wondering why in the hell you admired these girls in the first place. And that is true. Um, when you are in elementary school and you see your brother getting bullied on the playground, stand up for him or get help. I have a rough time getting along with him now, and I regret not trying to make a stronger connection with him. When you are in elementary school, You'll start feeling strange romantic sexual urges, although you will have no idea what they mean or how to use them. But keeping your virginity is something that I'm still proud of. Dog's freaking out. Sorry. What are you doing? Kona. There's like a magazine next to her and she's like freaking out. Sorry. Okay. What did I say? But keeping your virginity is something I am still proud of. Keep your self-respect, because you will run into numerous boys that you think you are entirely infatuated with, but they will give you nothing in return, and I am so proud that you kept it safe. When you are in elementary school, you will learn what some sexual movements are, like dry humping. Sadly, you will learn it from your brother and his friend on a school playground. Don't worry. After another scenario with a family member, though to this day I still do not understand exactly what happened, your brother gets help. At the same time, and I do not remember how old you will be, you will do role-playing with your aunts, the ones that are close to your age. This is a secret that you will not have said out loud until now. But you can say it now with some self-assurance that other girls at this age pretend to have boyfriends played by other girls too. In middle school, the tension between you and your mother will heighten, and you will start to feel an outcast, but do not panic. You will make other friends who are outcasts. You will meet one girl, Shannon, who is your closest companion. You will call her every day and try to hang out with her as much as you can, and you two will run into extreme, dangerous, maturing events that will shape you for the rest of your life. In high school, she will stab you in the back, and you will stop talking to her for a few years. But later, you will learn to forgive her for the pain that she caused you, especially after you learn that she gets hers. You make up and will mend your friendship with her. The other girls you will meet in middle school are Isabel and Kelsey, who are two of your closest and dearest friends. Don't be so rude to Isabel when she tries to cheat off your test in French class. She really is a good girl. She will help you through a lot of your middle school experience, even though you don't really start hanging out with her a lot until high school. Kelsey becomes one of your most loyal, sweetest companions. One day during high school, she will come to you when you hit one of your worst points. She will steal away in the night to your house, and you will pull her in and weep on her shoulder. The advice I can give you in middle school is to get help as fast as you can. Issues between you and your parents will get worse, especially with your mom. It will lead to verbal and emotional abuse, and you will not know what to do. At first, you will think about running away, and then later, suicide. Kelsey is a savior to you that night, but get help sooner, I beg you. I have made it to 21 and just made my appointment. Had I made it sooner, I probably would have lived a lot more of my life full of happiness instead of sorrow. You will also meet Alexis and Steven at JB Thomas, and they are two friends, sorry. They are two friends that you keep in close contact with. You guys have had a rough beginning, but in high school you grew closer, especially since you began to love theater. Theater was another savior. You enjoy their company, their sense of humor, and will continue to way into college. You will learn that people who look like they lead happy lives have lived through similar abusive situations as yourself, and that connection brings you closer together. God, this lighting is like fucking with my eyes. Sorry, you guys. You'll make another friend in high school who is incredibly quiet and introverted, but you will spend most of your class time in theater, laughing, writing, and listening to music. Be patient with her. Years later, you will learn that she was sexually abused the entire time you were in school together, and she never made a sound. She will be one of your biggest lessons on what perspective you should have about your life. Another problem that you come across in high school will be your attraction and fascination with girls. You will not know what to do with how you feel, and honestly, really, you will still feel fascinated by women when you are my age. You will tell your mother that you think you are bisexual, and she will sell you out and insult you in front of your entire family on Easter one year. From this, you will learn not to trust your mother with important information. All I can tell you now is stop giving a damn about what she thinks about you at an early age. It will make your life a hell of a lot easier. At times, you will feel as though other people in your high school are icons and you'll try to become friends with them, but don't waste your time. After you leave high school, these people's opinions will not matter, and they won't. The only ones that will are from the people I have already mentioned. These people are still your friends even at the end of your college career. Some of them are even your roommates. Cherish your time with them. I will say in high school, you will fall in love with one boy and it will be unrequited. I beg you to look the other way when you see him walk across the cafeteria. Look the other way. You will spend years devoting your heart to him and he will break it. You will be severely bitter and broken at first, but later you will just shake your head and wonder how in the hell he could be engaged to the girl he is engaged with. The one thing you will learn from your time with him is that you have so much potential to love, that all you want to do in your life is to find someone to love and learn to never waste that love on someone who is undeserving of it. In college, make more time to do fun things because later your mother will decide to leave your father and screw the entire family. The finances, where you go to school, where you live, and so on. When this happens, you and your closest friends will get separated, so cherish your time with them. One of your closest friends, Brianna, will end up leaving university the same year you do, but you both end up starting a remarkable spiritual journey together. She will be your spiritual sister, and you will message her and Skype her all the time. What you will learn from Brianna is a finality on how to treat people. It doesn't matter what people look like, what their interests are, what their sexual preferences, religion, race, color, creed are. If they are good to you, you are good to them. And you will not put up with any bullshit. All in all I can say is that, all in all, from what I can say right now, is that you will learn to be strong in your beliefs and you will grow to have self-respect. You will go through a lot of hell, and you still will be at 21. You will have emotional scars and issues that you will need to tackle, and the way you start that is by making your appointment for help. But know that I am proud of you and how far you've come, and know that I have faith that you will make it someplace wonderful. So, that is what I have. Sorry, that was kind of not me wanting to look at the camera really or make eye contact. But that's basically me. There's a lot more that I could have written, but I'm just actually really relieved that I just said what I had said, because a lot of that I've never actually said out loud to people. So, sorry, text message. Oh, man. So, that's that. And my bra strap's all twisted. Sorry that's a bit of a downer, but I really wanted to share that with people because that just needed to be said. Yeah. So I will be back with more videos. I really don't know what they're going to be about now that I can relax a little bit from my anxiety of doing that one. Yeah, I'll figure something out, but I hope that you guys learn something from this. I have no idea what. I mean, the biggest thing that I can say and emphasize, if anybody who's watching this that has gone through years of hopelessness and feeling helpless and feeling completely, utterly sad and not knowing what to do with their lives or what the point of their lives are, like I have, get help. Like I said, I know that if I would have made appointments sooner, or talked to a counselor sooner, or a therapist sooner, I probably would have spent a lot more years of my life happier. I wouldn't have spent so many years crying. and kind of wallowing in self-loathing. And I know that kind of sounds, and it's hard for a lot of people to take that leap to actually go out and ask for help, but and it's taken me this long, and I wish I didn't wait this long to do it. But when you hit a point where you start kind of becoming afraid of yourself and afraid of your own thoughts, like I have, that was my that was when I knew that I needed to get help. And I know, as cliche as it sounds, for me to say, know that you're not alone, even though all of us have lived different lives, but feeling this way, if you are feeling depressed or suicidal or helpless or hopeless or just sorrowful, know that you aren't alone. I mean, you really aren't. And a lot of people are afraid to talk about it, or are afraid of acknowledging that, or are embarrassed to. But I'm actually proud of myself for recognizing my feelings and my thoughts. I'm proud that I am strong enough to make those steps for help. Yeah, because there's a whole life that I haven't lived yet, and I want to live it as happily and as joyfully as I can. Um, so I need to work on that now. But anyways, sorry, this ended up being a lot longer, and my hair is just frustrating me. But anyways, so that's that. I will find something else to talk about soon. I have no idea. Maybe like things I bought recently, or things that I've liked recently, or something. Anyways, I'm gonna go now.